Have you ever wondered which are the poorest countries in the world, and why? The reality of global poverty is a complex puzzle, with pieces that span across economics, politics, and culture. To understand this better, we'll be taking a journey through the top 10 poorest countries in our world, exploring the circumstances that have led them to where they stand today. It's a countdown that might surprise you, and certainly one that should inspire us all to action. Now, let's dive into the countdown. We start our countdown with the 10th poorest country. This nation, despite its rich cultural heritage and vibrant natural beauty, finds itself grappling with economic hardships. Its economy, primarily based on agriculture, is vulnerable to climate change and natural disasters, which frequently disrupt production cycles. Furthermore, political instability has played a significant role in its economic woes. Successive governments have struggled to implement effective economic policies, and corruption is a persistent issue. The lack of infrastructure and access to quality education and healthcare also contribute to the country's poverty. However, it's crucial to remember that behind these statistics are real people, each with their own stories and struggles. Their resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to the human spirit. In spite of these challenges, there are glimmers of hope. International aid, local initiatives, and policy reforms have the potential to turn the tide and uplift the economy. Moving on to the next country on our list. At number 9, we have a nation with a story that is both compelling and heartrending. Despite its breathtaking landscapes and vibrant culture, this country grapples with economic hardships that have placed it among the world's poorest. Its economy, largely based on agriculture, is particularly vulnerable to environmental challenges, including droughts and floods. These natural calamities have a profound impact on crop production, leading to food insecurity and a devastating cycle of poverty for its citizens. Furthermore, its struggle against poverty is exacerbated by a lack of industrialization and infrastructure, inadequate access to quality education and healthcare, and high rates of unemployment. This country, though rich in potential, is held back by a complex interplay of socioeconomic factors. The fight against poverty here is a testament to the resilience of its people, who continue to hope for a brighter future despite the odds. Next, we visit another part of the world. Coming in at number 8 is a country that might surprise you. Despite its natural wealth and resources, it faces a daunting economic situation. This nation, like many on our list, is a victim of a vicious cycle. Poverty leading to instability, and instability further exacerbating poverty. Its economy is primarily based on agriculture, which employs the majority of the populace. However, the lack of infrastructure and modern farming techniques hinder productivity. Add to that the country's vulnerability to climate change and natural disasters, which further disrupts agricultural output. Corruption, unfortunately, is another major issue. It not only deters foreign investments, but also hampers efforts to improve infrastructure and public services. The country's education and healthcare systems are underfunded, adding to the struggle of its citizens. Yet amidst all these challenges, the strength and resilience of its people shine through. They are the country's greatest asset and its beacon of hope for a better future. Let's travel to the next country on our list. Number 7 on our list is a country whose name might surprise you. It's a place of striking contrasts, where breathtaking landscapes veil a harsh reality. For all its natural beauty, this country is grappling with the relentless grip of poverty. Economic instability, political unrest, and a lack of accessible education are just a few of the factors that have contributed to its current state. The majority of the population lives on less than $1 a day, a stark indication of the severity of the situation. Despite having a wealth of natural resources, the exploitation and mismanagement of these assets have only deepened the economic divide. The lack of essential services, such as clean water and healthcare, further exacerbates the challenges faced by its citizens. Yet the spirit of the people here remains unbroken. They face their hardships with resilience, a testament to human endurance. The countdown continues as we delve deeper into the realms of global poverty. Halfway through our countdown, at number 6, we have, in a world filled with wealth and prosperity, not all share in the spoils. At number 6, we find a country that has struggled with economic instability for years. This nation, rich in culture and history, is unfortunately also rich in poverty. Its citizens face daily challenges that many of us cannot fathom. The economy of this country is largely dependent on agriculture, a sector vulnerable to the whims of nature and global market fluctuations. With limited access to modern technology and infrastructure, productivity remains low. Consequently, income is sparse and poverty is widespread. High levels of corruption and political instability have also played a significant role in this country's economic woes. These issues obstruct the flow of resources, prevent investment, and stifle economic growth. The struggles faced by this nation are a sobering reminder of the vast disparities that exist in our world. Now, we are entering the top 5. Breaking into the top 5 is a land of paradoxes where abundant natural resources coexist with extreme poverty. This country, rich in culture and history, is unfortunately also rich in economic challenges. Its economy is predominantly agrarian, with a significant portion of the population depending on subsistence farming, an industry vulnerable to the whims of weather and global market fluctuations. The country's economic woes are further compounded by political instability, corruption, and a lack of basic infrastructure. Despite its wealth of natural resources, including minerals, timber, and arable land, exploitation and mismanagement have led to minimal benefits for the average citizen. The economic hardships experienced by this country are not due to a lack of resources, but rather a complex web of socio-political factors that have hindered its growth and development. The struggle is real, but hope persists. The indomitable spirit of its people shines through, refusing to be dimmed by adversity. Next, we journey to the 4th poorest country. At number 4, we find a nation wrestling with a multitude of complex issues. Steeped in history and culture, its rich tapestry of traditions and customs is sadly marred by the harsh reality of its economic condition. This country's struggle with poverty isn't an overnight tale. It's a story of years of political instability, inadequate infrastructure, and limited access to quality education and healthcare. Natural disasters have also played their part, intensifying the state of poverty by devastating the already fragile economy. The agricultural sector, the lifeline of the nation's economy, stands vulnerable to the harsh whims of the climate. This, coupled with a lack of industrialization and foreign investment, has led to an economic standstill. The people's resilience in the face of these adversities is commendable, but the road to prosperity seems steep and long. Despite these challenges, the country continues to strive for a better future. They are a testament to the human spirit's indomitable will to survive and thrive. Now, we are entering the top 3. Bronze medal for poverty goes to... Yes, it's a dubious distinction, but it's important to shed light on these issues, to understand, to empathize, and hopefully to initiate change. This country, 3rd on our list, is a stark example of how economic hardships can be entrenched by a multitude of factors. Its economy, heavily reliant on a single industry, makes it vulnerable to market fluctuations. Add to this the relentless tug of war between modernization and preserving traditional ways of life. Poverty here is not just about lack of money, it's about lack of opportunities, lack of access to basic amenities, and systemic inequalities. Political instability, corruption, and lack of infrastructure further compound the problem. The country's wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few, leaving the majority to grapple with poverty. It's a grim picture indeed, but remember, it's through understanding these realities that we can begin to make a difference. Now we are about to reveal the 2nd poorest country. The silver medal of poverty goes to... And it's not a title any country would aspire to claim, yet here we are, standing at the doorstep of the 2nd poorest country in the world. The reasons for its economic struggle are as multifaceted as they are heart-wrenching. A cocktail of political instability, lack of education, and a stagnant economy has strangled the nation's growth. The government struggles to provide basic amenities while its people grapple with the reality of living on less than $1 a day. The education system, a key ladder to break the cycle of poverty, is under-resourced and understaffed. The resulting illiteracy rates are staggering, further entrenching the nation in its poverty trap. The country's economy, heavily reliant on a single sector, faces the brunt of global market fluctuations. This adds to the already existing economic instability, making it difficult for the country to rise above its poverty line. Finally, we have reached the poorest country in the world. And the gold medal of poverty goes to a nation that, despite its rich cultural heritage and abundant natural resources, has become synonymous with extreme poverty. This country, beleaguered by a complex web of challenges, stands as the poorest in the world. A myriad of factors contribute to its economic plight. A history of political instability has led to corruption and mismanagement of resources, impeding any potential progress. Civil unrest has further exacerbated the situation, deterring foreign investments and hindering economic development. Moreover, this nation grapples with a high disease burden, with insufficient healthcare infrastructure to combat it. The population, largely uneducated, struggles with unemployment and food insecurity. The harsh realities of this country paint a grim picture, underscoring the urgent need for international intervention and sustainable development strategies. That concludes our countdown of the top 10 poorest countries in the world. The hope is that through awareness we can collectively work towards alleviating the economic hardships that these nations face. As we reflect on this journey through the world's poorest nations, we grasp the harsh reality of poverty that grips these countries. It's a stark reminder that disparity exists, and it's crucial than ever for us to stand together as a global community. These 10 countries, despite their rich cultures and resilient citizens, struggle with economic hardships. It's our collective responsibility to bring about change. Remember, understanding is the first step towards making a difference. Thank you for watching.